Hey, what is going on YouTube? I'm Tom back here with another herb how-to with bread. And right now it's New Year's Day, so a lot of people now are starting their resolutions and stuff. One of them is the obvious eat healthy, which most people oh, end up being done with by month 3. Yeah. But here is actually one of the ways you can eat healthier, or which is grabbing nutrients from other sources besides the common. And 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 the one that I'm doing today is a semolina added lean dough. So pretty much what I just did was the total dough, like the total weight of the flour itself. I took about 50% and in this one and replaced it with semolina flour. Normally when you do this, has like replace any of the normal bread flour in a recipe with another flour. It's good to start first at 30% max and then work your way up because certain flour blends, it absorbs more moisture or less moisture than the original bread flour. Or, uh, semolina, it's pulled a little less water in, and from what I've seen, from the side effects, but it it didn't affect it that much to a point it was unable to be used. So before I jump into anything else, how's the dough itself? How I made in advance. It's the lean dough with just the semolina in it. So every step up until the forming and everything is exactly the same. You mix the water or pre-ferment and flour and and let it rest for about 15-30 minutes with the yeast on top. This round, however, I did use dry instant and mixed it in a mixing bowl. Oh, uh, pretty much a while back, considering I've been doing so many breads recently, I thought it was more economically successful for me to purchase a mixer, or which wasn't that bad. It was a little over $100, but that's good. Anyway, hey, a little bit of a backstory on semolina itself. Well, semolina is a flour that is made from the durum wheat that is native to Italy. Which, if you look at several Italian hand foods, you're gonna find semolina and durum flour in it regularly. Durum flour is just a more fine grain of of the durum plant, and so it's more of a finer grain as opposed to the semolina. But uh, pretty much, semolina has the yellow look as opposed to the white, opaque look that normal bread flour does. And if you have enough of the semolina flour in it, a good side effect that it does, which looks kind of cool, is it turns the bread when you start browning the crust kind of off red, which is kind of an interesting plus. So, anyway, hey, since we're done with that, let's just get into this. So, here's my high dough. Oh, and it's nice leavened and smells nice. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna weigh him out to about a pound each, or 454 grams, with my electric scale. So, with this, I know for a fact that I'm gonna get a little more than 3 things of it. So, before I actually add the rest in, I will separate what's left and put that to use. You can make a smaller one though out of it, but the problem with that is you have to pay more attention to it, because that will be ready faster than the other. So that's honestly just the reason why I prefer her to just do this. Yes, instead of having 3 large and 1 tiny. So the way we're gonna shape this is what is known as a batard shaping. What that is it's just a giant bulky loaf that looks a little like a torpedo. Not that bad of a look. So and also, before anything, this is the lean dough that I had mentioned in the lean dough walkthrough. So the only difference with this is the 50% of the bread flour is semolina, which, while I mentioned that, at the replacement, you're literally just replacing the percentage of flour. So the total weight of all the flours will be 100. However, the amount of bread flour or other flour you choose to do, if you don't choose to do semolina, will be not equal to 100%. So, with that said, I am going to show the shaping of the batard. So, let's just fix this right here so it's able to see, get a ground view of what I'm doing. There we go. So, there's the dough. Stretch him out a little. Fold him over. Hold him. Now, if you look here, I've got uneven ends as it looks. That is kind of what I'm trying to go for. So, fold it twice. Ends are still. And third round. Then seam side, behind where you folded, and pull. Okay. Okay. Apparently this is not working. So you're pulling. Okay. And the way I'm pulling is it's like this. It's in my hands. And I'm pulling back towards me with the seam directly on the bottom. This keeps the seal tight. And here's our little torpedo. Okay. Just so I can get this done fast and explain some of the last of it. Yeah, I'm just gonna do these. He's my normal speed. In short, Semolina is a really good addition to anything that you have that's Italian, and just because it is the natural flour used, and it adds great flavor to the bread itself. If you're a little concerned it might alter and change the flavor a little strangely. And honestly, I say, hey, it's nice to at least look at the bread flour and just say, hey, I'm not going to use 100% of you in my recipe. And with that, as a comment, and if you who do want to try and mimic this and you're not exactly sure where you can find semolina, look in your local supermarket specialty area. I know Bob's Red Mill sells semolina flour, and that is actually the brand that I'm using. And just so you know where exactly I'm getting it from. It's not that expensive. It's I think I paid like $3 for a pound and a half. And so I'm using like 2/3 of a package in this dough alone. So with that being said, and let's end this here. If you have any questions on this or anything, just give me a message in the comment section and have fun.